Hi folks, I'm here with Nienke Verboom at Diest. Very welcome and very much appreciation for you because you are a stand-in vocalist for Imperia. It's so incredible you learned these songs in so little days. Can you give feedback of your concert in Charleroi because this was a few days ago?
Yes, of course. It was very short notice. So Jan from Imperia called me on Thursday and said, yeah, we might need you in the weekend. Do you have anything planned? So I said, well, I can cancel my plans. So let me know if you need me. And on Friday, he actually told me, yeah, we're going to need you this weekend. Do you have time? But I was working like normal on Friday. And I basically only had the Saturday morning to rehearse the songs. And then Saturday evening was the concert in Charleroi. So I have to say honestly that it was a very stressful morning to actually rehearse all the songs. They gave me 12. I think we are doing tonight only 9, fortunately. But it was still very short notice. So Saturday in Charleroi was very exciting, I have to say. But it was a good evening and we had fun with what little time we had given. So
really very, very much respect for this because it's a very hard work you do and so crazy full. How are you looking forward for today? Because it's different. In Charleroi you are like just the only band or a headlining. Now you have like a mini fest. What are you expecting for today?
I'm excited for today because it's there's a lot of people here, so it's very nice. I think though that a lot of bands today are actually playing with substitute singers. I think there are only 2 bands who actually have their own singer currently with them. So there's a lot of stand-in singers. I'm not the only one tonight, and that actually is nice, you know, because you notice that the atmosphere between the singers is also very supportive, and yeah, people are. They understand how it feels, so it helps a little bit. It helps with the nerves, I think, for me. Yeah.
So for people discovering you, can you give a short biography of you as singer? So bands you were in before, projects you did before, maybe some guests you did that are worth mentioning?
Yeah, absolutely. So in the past, I was in a metal band called Mindshade. We don't exist anymore. I think we played until 7 years ago or so, and then we quit. Next to that, I was a part of the Arian shows, The Theater Equation, which was in 2015. We did 3 shows or 4, I should say, in the Nieuwe Luxor Theater in Rotterdam. So this was with James Labrie and Anneke van Giersbergen, and that was definitely one of the highlights of my music career, I should say. Currently, I am in a band which is called The Civilized. It's an Americana band, so it's more acoustic music, more in the country kind of genre. So it's very different from metal, but I really enjoy it. And I actually sing in a classical choir as well, which is of course a whole different world.
You're very versatile. What are your influences as artists, so as singer?
Like you said, very versatile as well. I really love different kinds of music, and I think in the past I was more into metal only, but now I'm very much oriented in different ways as well. So I've been a fan of Michael Jackson since I was a kid, since I was 6 years old basically. I also love David Bowie. But for example, metal bands that I really like are Katatonia, My Dying Bride, Swallow the Sun. So I really love doom metal. But also, classical music. So a composer that I really appreciate is Eric Whitacre, who is an American composer. So it's a very diverse range.
A question that might be a bit the same as answer, but not exactly. It doesn't have to be influences for you. Suppose you're on a desert island, you don't have internet, no phone, no radio, you have only a record player or a CD player, and you can listen to only 3 albums. Can you succeed to take 3 albums on a desert island, or maybe something else?
I think one album that pops out in my mind right away is Michael Jackson's album Off the Wall. which I think is his best album. It's very disco-y, very poppy, and I really love the way he makes it very bubbly, this album. So this one for sure. Also, I think David Bowie's album Station to Station is the one I would bring as well. And probably the third one would be a My Dying Bride album. I think A Line of Deathless Kings, most likely, or The Dreadful Hours, either one of those, but definitely My Dying Bride.
While you're picking some of mine, because Michael Jackson Off the Wall, I would have said it maybe also. I like the trilogy Off the Wall, Thriller, Bats, but I would give my 3 so you have an idea too, and the watchers of your interview too. Diana Ross, Eaten Alive. It's in fact the album that is most Michael Jackson-like, and she was in fact the instigator of Jackson 5, before Michael Jackson started as a solo artist. Second, I would take Solitude Aeternus, the doom metal band from Texas with melodic metal. Beyond the Crimson Horizon, the second album. And third album, I take Mari Hamada, Lunatic Doll, Japanese heavy metal with female singer. You have something to add, like near future projects, something important of yourself coming out? It's gonna be like more or less the last question.
Well, not a lot of new projects coming up. Basically, with my band that I mentioned before, The Civilized, is the one where I'm most active currently. So this one, if you're into Americana or country music, definitely follow us on Facebook, The Civilized. And next to that, yeah, with the choir, we're singing again in January. And now, of course, with Imperia for tonight. But hopefully, for the next gig, Helena can actually be back again. She was unfortunately unable to attend now, but hopefully next time she'll be back.
In fact, it's not my last question, because you're talking about your band. Do you know the Cowboy Up in near Oostkamp in Belgium? And they also organize the Roots and Roses Festival.
No, it doesn't sound familiar, but I'm from the Netherlands, so maybe this is why.
Sorry, I told it wrongly. It's Cowboy Up, but it's not Roots and Roses. It's Muddy Roots. Muddy Roots have also the branch in United States. They have Muddy Roots Europe, and it's somewhere here, but near the coast. Do you know it?
No, I haven't heard of it before, but I will definitely have to look it up now. Yeah.
I can give you the contacts. It's very worth checking. Just as final question, can you give like your links where people can follow you best? Instagram, Facebook, also like bands they have to follow?
Yes, of course. So for me personally, I am on Instagram. My Instagram page is called Pinup, so Pinup, and then _ Magenta Vixen. For my band, it will be The Civilized. So we are on Facebook, also on Instagram. And yeah, I think those are the most important ones, to be honest. Yeah.
And if I just can add one, you have like also the Nienke Verboom official Facebook page. This is maybe worth mentioning. You have also a YouTube channel.
Yes, I actually have a YouTube channel as well. That's good that you mention it, because to be honest, I always forget about this one, because people tend to forget about YouTube. But I do have one. It's Nox Industries, but if you look for Nienke Verboom on YouTube, you will find me for sure.
Great. While you're watching this interview on YouTube, on Jan Vervaeke YouTube, give also a follow, give a sub to Nienke Verboom. Thank you. Bye-bye.